What's up, YouTube? This is Eli the Ninja back again. Today we're actually going to look at a game played between Sentinels and Optic in a recent scrim. Every day I pretty much go to Halo Data Hive, take a look at how these top teams are performing against one another, and see if there's any games that kind of stick out to me. When I was looking at this one, I was scrolling down and I saw that Sentinels 250 0'd Optic in Solitude Strongholds, which I highly doubt Optic has been 250 0'd very much ever in any games, whether it's tournament or scrim. So I thought I'd pull it up and take a look and see what happened. So here we've got the game pulled up on Halo. We're going to go through and just see what these guys did to defeat Optic 250 0 in Solitude Strongholds. So right off the bat, look at this opening strat. We've got 3 players going through the loop side, 1 player going through yard. They're clearly heavily fighting for camo. They want to use this camo probably to get the shock rifle. And honestly, Optic had a great counter strat to this as well. Sparty does get away with the camo, but we'll have to see how much value he can get from it. Patiently finds some kills. They've got 3 dead. I think Lethal probably calling out this guy on a mid. And all the while that Optic have been trying to cap B, looks like Sentinels did spawn at C and just went ahead and capped it. So now Optic are kind of in an awkward position, right? Like they're all low ground. Sentinels has high ground. Look at the positioning from Sentinels. Sparty has the camo. Looks like Boo Boo has the shock rifle. Everything really pointing in Sentinels' favor. Looks like Optic are going to try to cap A. But I don't think Sentinels minds that they're losing A here because they've already got BC. BC by far the strongest zones to control. But look at this. Okay, so they flip B and then push A immediately. If they can flip A, they also know that they've now influenced the next set of spawns over to the C side. Boo Boo Doo Boo always hitting nasty shock rifle shots whenever he can. Very good route for Boo Boo to survive here. Finds Formal unsuspecting. He's just really playing gatekeeper to this stronghold down here. So yeah, Sentinel's so good at flowing around the map. So yes, I said BC is the strongest configuration, but these guys, they don't care what configuration they're in. As long as they know where the opponents are spawning and they have scoring position, they're going to just turn and make life difficult for whatever team they're playing against. Now they're purposefully taking space around different parts of the map. Like Falcated's here at the ledge. We've got Lethal over here at hotel side. And I think, yeah, Sparty playing glass. So because they're in these like 3 quadrants of the map, 3/4 of the map, they're forcing Optic to spawn over there in blue, making it impossible for them to spawn over here. This is an intentional spawn trap. And it works so well. Okay, so now they're leaving C. It looks like they're going to push and respond to the push from Optic. They know that Optic are going to go for A. So they're going to try to cut off Optic and at the same time open the snipe spawn. So they're forcing a split here because they know these 2 players on Optic are the only ones still alive. They're going to push A together. Sentinels is going to meet them there and then know that they open the C spawn as well. And they're ready to respond to that. When you force split spawns, you basically make it impossible for the other team to be able to work together as a team because they're just spawning on opposite sides of the map from one another so frequently. Look at this. Last second reset. Optic have been 2 dead or 3 dead for so long now. It's been so long since all 4 of them have been alive at the same time. Okay, new camo came up. Falcated tried to grab it. He gets shut down. So good play by Optic here, but they're kind of all in the middle of the map. Looks like they're going to try to cap C. So they actually ran out of B to try to capture C instead. Lethal with a huge play here. And I think that camo is still there. Unless that player was able to cap it. But, dude, Sentinel is just playing perfect defense on all sides of the map. Once again, Optic spawning at blue and snipe side. Honestly, Optic kind of seeming very detached from one another. Like it's difficult to get out of the spawn trap against a good team. But like there's been a couple times now that off of the spawn while in the blender, Optic are kind of splitting away from each other as well. So like the few times that they have chances to work together, it almost feels like they're trying to do too much, kind of like desperating in certain spots. But I mean, no matter where they're coming from, Sentinels just has the answer. Sparty playing on this loop side over here. Accidentally backed it up here. On this next play, yeah, right here. They spawned loop. Immediately shut that play down. Sparty goes all the way over here to influence the spawns further into blue. And then he knows they're going to come this way right when they spawn. Pre-nades the doorway. They don't really mind losing A as long as they get a couple of kills here and they cap C at the same time. They still maintain scoring position. And yeah, Optic, they have to figure out a way out. And usually in this position, by the way, guys, if you're the team that's getting blended, I found that the strongest way to get out of this is you send a couple of guys to like glass and loop. At the same time, you send a couple of guys either ledge and flowers. You kind of have to just get different sight lines to work together to get out of this position. And that's exactly what Optic do here. But Sentinels are ready for it. They're just aggressively pushing in so they can't even get their footing to try to make a play like that. And now that they wiped them here, Lethal probably extends to glass to force a blue spawn again. Yeah, he's just going over here for a second to make sure they spawn blue, and then he comes right back. And they already won the game. That's crazy. Perfect control of the entire map. Perfect understanding of the spawn system. Just rotating constantly throughout the entire game so that Optic had no chance. And this makes me really excited for HCS Arlington. I think Sentinels pretty strongly in that 4th position right now in the power rankings behind Optic, SSG, and FaZe. These teams are also close together though, and I can absolutely see Sentinels upsetting literally any team. They're so organized and fluid. They have a structure and plan for just about every sequence, so I cannot wait to see what they do on LAN. Hope you guys enjoyed the video and the breakdown, and I'll see you guys next time.